Michigan women's basketball coach Kim Barnes-Arico. Coach, good morning.
Good morning, Sam.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Yeah, it's been definitely a happy New Year for your team as you guys are now, to give people an updated record, 10-4 overall, 2-1 already in conference play. And that's kind of where I want to pick things up, Coach, and kind of back up before we get to the great news from last week where you went 2-0. Let's go back to the start of Big Ten play at Wisconsin. It started out with the loss where you lost to them 63-53. Kind of take us back through the opener of conference play.
Golly, Sam, that was so long ago. I think I forgot that game.
Yeah, that's
That's easy. Yeah, that was a tough game for us on the road, and I think, it's really interesting. I think Coach Beeline always had said to me since I've been at Michigan, it's not easy to win on the road in our league, and you really got to try to get the ones that you can at home and then steal a few on the road. That was our first conference game, and it was on the road. I think it was tough for our kids. We had just come off a quick turnaround from break. A lot of our kids either flew in the night of the 25th or the morning of the 26th for practice, and then we had to leave the 27th for Wisconsin. So it was a quick turnaround, and I think that they really jumped on us. We couldn't get anything started offensively. We struggled a little bit. But I also think sometimes you need games like that to really see what you need to work on, to really get your kids refocused and re-energized for the upcoming Big Ten. And I think that was kind of a little bit of a wake-up call for our program.
Well, no doubt. And, Coach, as you said, the Big Ten can be a gauntlet, whether you're at home or on the road. But you come off of that 63-53 loss, and it's a bit of a jolt. But then you face a Penn State team, and it seems like this is a bit of a transition year for what is a perennial power, Penn State. But I mean, the score was just, you blew them off the floor, Coach, in that game last Thursday at the Chrysler Center.
Yeah, I was so happy for the way that our team had played and how hard they played and how we represented at home and really showed our fans what our program was all about. I know Penn State is maybe having a little bit of a down year, but they are a program that is always one of the best in the country, that has won the Big Ten year in and year out. So we haven't beaten them, and golly, I don't know when the last time we beat them was. So for us, it didn't matter, and that's what we try to emphasize as well. Like, it really doesn't matter the opponent that we're playing. It's all about Michigan and how we come out and how we play. So we really jumped on them right away, and we never let up. We pressured them throughout. We forced a ton of turnovers. We executed on the offensive end. And it was so exciting to see our team play that well, especially at home in front of our fans. And I think that really kind of pushed us forward into Sunday's game.
Yeah, you mentioned jumping on them, and you had so many outstanding performances. Caitlin Flaherty, 21 points. She was 4 for 6 from three-point range in that game. Saisha, her fifth straight double-double with 20 points and 12 rebounds. You got it from all over in that contest.
Yeah, I think when we're playing at our best, we have a real balanced attack. A lot of teams have one or two kids that you have to really shut down, or an All-American candidate that you have to really shut down. The great thing about our team is that we have 5 kids that can be our leading scorer on any given night, and that they bring other things instead of just their ability to score. So we really did it on the defensive end that night, as well as scoring, as well as rebounding the basketball. And, Saisha Goree usually leads the charge, but she has a lot of other options, and I think that's what really makes us tough to defend.
Well, and so, Coach, we've been talking to Michigan women's basketball coach Kim Barnes-Arico here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTKA.com. So you get that big victory versus Penn State. You blow them off the floor, and that sets you up for a big-time rivalry game against Michigan State, ranked in the top 25. Obviously, they're a nemesis, but you took care of them this time. And you got it done in front of your home crowd.
Oh, it was so exciting. And we had a packed house, and we had a lot of support, and the fans were going crazy. And, I came into this rivalry 3 years ago when I first got to Michigan, and I really didn't know what it meant. And Jenny Ryan and Rachel Sheffer and Sam Arnold and Kate Thompson and Nia Jordan, who were seniors at the time, they really, told me what it was all about and kind of showed me what it really meant to play Michigan State and how important it was for us to really go out there and try to win that game. And, since that time, I kind of have that burning desire in my heart, as I know every player in our program has, to really go out and represent our university and the state of Michigan and try to be successful in that game. And that's not always easy. Michigan State has had a top program year in and year out. They've always been the team to beat. I think we had lost 23 out of the last 25. So we came in and our kids were just so focused and so fired up, led by a great senior class. Shannon Smith's dad played at Michigan State, so that was a game that she really wanted to have, as well as Nicole Elmblad and Saisha Gori, and they really truly understand that rivalry, and they kind of showed that to our freshmen as well. But they came out and set the tone, and we just pressured them from the start, jumped on them, forced a ton of turnovers in the first half, scored 18 points in the first half off of their turnovers, and then we started the second half on a 10-0 run, kind of never let up. So it was just really exciting. I just was able to sit back and kind of watch our kids play and just do a tremendous job. But one proud coach for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, as you said, you got a 10-point lead, and a lot of times when you're facing a team like that in a rivalry game, they come out in the second half, and that's when they come right at you. But you kind of put your foot on their throats at that point with that 10-0 run, Coach. I mean, I know Michigan State made a run after that to kind of make it closer, but you had to be proud of how your team, even being up, responded coming out of the break.
That was great. We always talk about the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half and how important in the game those minutes are. And that's been something that we haven't done exceptionally well the first 4 minutes of the second half. And I was kind of a little nervous about that, but our kids just came out extremely focused and just put them away. And they did make a run after that, and they changed defenses. But we were up 20 at that point, and you kind of get loose. The game kind of changes at that point. But the way we came out and played that first 4 minutes of the second half was truly incredible.
Talking to Michigan women's basketball coach Kim Barnes-Arico here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTKA.com. Now, one thing I've noticed, Coach, in looking at these three games, a different starting lineup. You started Danielle Williams. At what point did you start starting her, and kind of what was behind that move?
I think Eastern or the game before Eastern it might have been Eastern or Canisius that she got her first start. And Danielle had missed the first month of the season with an injury, and she had just come back. She is just such an aggressive player, a defensive-minded player, not really a scorer, but wants to pressure, wants to defend, wants to rebound. And at that point in the year, we kind of changed what we were doing from a defensive end, and we wanted to get up and we wanted to pressure teams more and really try to force some turnovers and try to create offense off of our defense. And our team is really good in the open court, led by Shannon, led by our senior class. And then it created opportunities for some open looks for Caitlin as well as Sierra, who really shoot the basketball extremely well. So we changed our defensive mentality and started the game really on the attack mode, trying to pressure people. And Danielle Williams does a tremendous job of that for us. I think it also really allows Caitlin to take in the first couple minutes of the game, to absorb what's going on, to read the other team's defense, to see where she's going to be really successful. And then she's able to go in usually at, the first media timeout and has done exceptionally well after that point. So Danielle has just provided such a spark for our team, and it's really allowed us to change our defense.
Yeah, Coach, your stats person, and shout out to Sarah Van Meter. She does a great job with this. She said it's been 5 games that Danielle has started. And in those 5 games, Coach, your team has forced 115 turnovers. That's 23 per game, and recorded 60 steals. That's almost double what you guys did in the previous 9 games in each category. Where that's just downright amazing turnaround based on making one move and changing up your style of play.
Wow. Golly, Sarah is on it. I didn't realize that. But our team really enjoys playing that kind of style, and they really want to get up and they really want to pressure people, and it makes other teams uncomfortable, and it gives us an opportunity to really get the open court. And kind of Danielle kind of leads the charge with that and has done a great job. But our team has really kind of bought into that mentality, and it's helped us to be successful.
Yeah, it definitely is a part of the in-conference success, but there's no rest for the weary, Coach. I mean, you come off a big game against Michigan State, big victory against Michigan State, and now you got number 24, another top 25 team in Rutgers that you have to face on Wednesday. So tell us about the Scarlet Knights.
Well, Sam, I tried to get away from them when I left the East Coast, and here they are again in our league. But they are one of the best programs in the country. They have a Hall of Fame coach in Coach Stringer. They have high school All-Americans, college All-Americans on their team. Year in and year out, they are a top team. So anytime you go to the RAC and try to play them at their place, it's going to be incredibly, incredibly difficult. They're off to a great start. They have great guard play, and they have a great four player who had a game this year with 24 points and 24 rebounds. So that's pretty incredible. And I just think our league, we win a great game against Michigan State, and then you look forward to playing Rutgers. It does not get any easier. And I think in terms of women's basketball, if not this year, in years to come, but I think this year as well, this is the greatest league in America, and every night is going to be an incredible challenge for us.
All right, and last one for you, Coach. We don't have to get into Ohio State because I know all the focus is on Rutgers, but I do want to mention that it will be Alumni Weekend, so just kind of tell us what that entails when you guys face Ohio State on Sunday.
Well, it's super exciting for us to get our alumni back on campus and have a chance to engage with them. And I also have a chance for them to meet our current players and really talk to them about their experience at the University of Michigan, what the University of Michigan has really provided for them, and then also a chance to connect with our staff and with our players and come and watch practice. And, actually there's a men's game on the day in between, so really come to a men's game, support our men's team. And then, I think we have a little bit of a social. They're going to have a chance to come to our pregame meal. So just a lot of time to spend with them and thank them for their sacrifices to our program and really give them an opportunity to meet our current student athletes as well.